Hi, I'm Ken with Ken's Insurance Agency. We are full insurance brokerage. We can help you with any kind of insurance needs that you may have. Tonight, we're going to be talking about health insurance, both from the commercial side as well as from the individual slash family side, as well as from the Medicare side. We won't go into too much detail on the commercial side as well as on the Medicare side. We have other webinars we do for these. The commercial side is done on the 12th at 12 o'clock noon, and the Medicare is done usually on the 15th at 7:30 p.m. So if you're interested in a little bit more detail, you can you can watch those webinars on those dates and times. But also, if you want, you can reach out and call us, and we'll be glad to set up an appointment. We offer free education and a good sales meeting where you can learn all you need to know on any of our products. So let's get started. Let's start with the commercial, as we've already covered this earlier today. The commercial is broken up into basically 5 different parts. You have the ACA type plans, which are very expensive. You don't get any cost sharing or subsidy help with them, but you can get a tax credit at the end of the year.
I can't get the answer to that on Apple Watch.
You can also get pre-existing conditions and pregnancy covered from day one with these plans. The next type of plan is the ACA alternatives. These are more affordable, but get pre-existing condition clauses in them. So you want to let us know about pre-existing conditions before we start talking to you about plans. And that's one reason why our census has a pre-existing condition clause in it, or pre-existing condition column in it, is so that we can know about these. That way, if it's high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes, we know it's a rate up. If it's anything else, we'll have just a yes. And at that point, we know to avoid these type of plans, as they would basically give the person no coverage for that item for 12 to 24 months. We do have other affordable solutions like a self-funded plan that very affordable. You do have some limitations, but pre-existing conditions are covered from day one. The other thing that you need to be aware of is these plans do require that the owner of the company promise to at least contribute 50%, but they are not monitored. So basically, he can promise to contribute 50% and then pass the cost on to the employees. The next type is group Medicare. This is a way to get the senior market that basically is working for you instead of forcing them to retire or having your health insurance rates go up. You can offer them health insurance and yet get them off the under 65 health insurance so that you can keep your rates low. and affordable. The next type is health supplements, which goes into building a more fuller benefits package. The way these work is basically the employee pays a small premium, usually a couple of dollars a day to have them. And basically, they will cover certain things, like an accident plan will cover if they have an accident. The accident can be at work or at home. And basically, there's different type of plans, like a hospital indemnity plan will cover if they go into the hospital. Disability plan if they have to leave work for a certain period of time and basically stay home because of sickness or illness, then they are covered. Dental vision covers if they go to the dentist or optometrist. Will cover certain dental and vision surgeries and stuff. You also got a critical illness / cancer plan that covers heart attack, stroke, cancer. Sometimes they cover other things. And these are also offered on the individual / family side. And they're very important for our company to offer because it makes the company a more attractive company. It also helps lower the workers' comp rate. So basically, people looking for a job will like the company more, and people working at the company that gets the benefit will love the company also. Cafeteria plans are not always the right thing. There's fees involved in them that are usually hidden. And then also, if you put things like an accident, cancer, critical illness, hospital indemnity, disability plan on a cafeteria, then when the employee goes to get the money to use, because they have a covered event, then that money gets taxed at that time. So it can hurt the employee when they need the money the most. So that's why we say be cautious with this. We can help you with a cafeteria plan if you need it, but basically we are very cautious with when we recommend a cafeteria plan just because of the cost and the taxation. And we can help you decide if it is right for you. Now we're ready to move into the individual / family. Remember those health supplements, they are offered on the individual / family. And for the most part, they are offered on the Medicare side too, with very few exceptions or alterations. On the individual / family side, we start with short-term plans. These cover you basically up to a year, but you have to renew every time it comes up, and not an ACA type plan, so it won't, if they brought back the tax penalty, would not exempt you from the tax penalty, would not allow you to get a subsidy or cost sharing. So there are those downsides. Does not cover pre-existing conditions or pregnancy, so you need to be aware of that, but can be very affordable. And you can mix them with fixed indemnity plans, whether they are the ACA alternatives or not. And after 12 to 24 months, the fixed indemnity will cover the pre-existing conditions. So there are ways to make it affordable if you need to. and basically cover these things. The next is the ACA alternatives. These are more fixed indemnity plans, so pre-existing conditions are not covered from day one, but they will be covered after 12 to 24 months. Very affordable, very cost effective, so definitely something to look at, but they don't always cover the best. Sometimes they'll have deductibles or copays and co-insurances for things that are very low, so you need to be aware of it and need to be aware of the tricks to make it where it comes out for you. We can help you with this. The other type is the ACA type plans, and we'll explain what ACA is in a little bit, but the ACA plans cover everything from day one, but they're not very cost effective. We've seen on the individual/family side, ACA plans starting at about $700 and going up, depending on the family size and all. And then basically, once you get your plan picked out, and it's based on your gross income and your family size, and it's actually the gross income of everybody in the family or everybody in the household. So even if they're not covered on the plan, we have to report their gross income. But it can get you a subsidy. It can get you cost sharing, which can lower the cost from that $700 down to even free with a very low deductible and a very low copay and co-insurance situation. So definitely something we still want to look at when the times are right, but it's definitely not right for everybody. Now, as to what ACA is, ACA is the Affordable Care Act plans. So you may know them as that. You may know them as Obamacare, or you may know them as exchange plans. So when you hear us say ACA, that's what we're talking about. On the commercial side, we've seen the ACA plans start out at around $1,800 and go up from there for a company of about 3 employees covered. So definitely something you need to think about. We've seen where we've looked at companies with the ACA alternatives and stuff, it be down around $500 to $800 for a health plan. So it can get very affordable going with the alternatives and the self-funded plans for companies, and also the short term and the ACA alternatives can be very affordable alternatives for families and individuals. Again, remember the health supplements remain the same. The only place that the health supplements actually change is with the Medicare. And with Medicare, we're fixing to cover that. You got Medicare Part A, which is your hospital, usually free for the people who have enough credits or that are on Medicaid. Medicare Part B has a cost, but it's your doctors and your office visits. These two are required to get Part C and D or to get a supplement. Part A, Part B, and Part D, you do have to have, or else if you don't get, when you first become eligible, you get penalized. Medicare Part C basically takes the place of Part A and B, but you must maintain Part A and B. Part D is your prescription drug coverage. A supplement basically pays on top of what Medicare Part A and B pays, but it can be more expensive. It usually starts out about $112 and goes up from there. And you have to get your Part D separate with the supplement, where the Advantage plan starts out at $0 usually and includes the prescription drug coverage. Medicare can also be offered both to the 65 and older generation, to the low income people as part of their plan, along with Medicaid, and to the disabled that's been disabled and on Medicaid for 24 months or longer. So that gives you some information on Medicaid. As far as the health supplements with Medicare, what you need to be aware of is you cannot get an accident plan with Medicare once you turn 65, and your dental and vision tends to change to a dental, hearing, and vision plan. And if you're not working, you can't get a disability plan. So that gives you the information there. Also on the individual/family, you may have heard of CHIP. That's the Medicaid version for children, for the families getting on the exchange plans, the ACA plans. A lot of times when they qualify for a subsidy, the children end up going on CHIP, and that basically is their health care. So that lets you know what that is in case you hear that. This video was meant to just give you some basic information, basically get your feet wet, and get you to where you want to call us. Hopefully you do. We look forward to hearing from you. Our number is 662-292-6271. Again, that number is 662-292-6271. And you can also reach us by going to our website. You can read information on these different type of plans. Some of them you can even get quotes on. And our website is kensinsuranceagency. You can also learn about travel plans, where it covers you if you travel. Travel plans are special because they provide health coverage as well as coverage for your items when you travel. So definitely something that you might want to talk about with us if you travel. And we look forward to hearing from you. You can also check out our other insurance offerings on our website and get information on them, and then contact us and we'll be glad to help you. Thank you and have a nice day.